Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Raider Sports. It has been a long time since I've done any NFL content because I've pretty much made this channel college football centric. But with the college football season winding down and my hand finally healing up from surgery and I'm feeling better and I'm ready to go back at this. And so I decided, why not make some NFL content too? So, as we know, the regular season ended today, and so tomorrow is what we call Black Monday, when coaches and assistant coaches start getting fired, and the axe has already fallen on Lovie Smith. He is out as the Texans head coach, and you got to feel really bad for Lovie Smith. He has had a track record of slowly bringing up programs to respectability. And if you gave him enough time with the Texans, I believe he would do that. But at a 3-13-1 year, it really wasn't what the Texans had hoped for, even though it was expected. The roster was subpar at best, and he really inherited a no-win situation with the whole Deshaun Watson thing. He was just kind of a stopgap coach that they put in there to try to salvage whatever they could. They ended up being 3-13-1, beating the Colts once, tying them once, and I think they beat Jacksonville, which is not actually all that bad. And it was a heck of a coaching job he did. He took the Chiefs in overtime. He took Dallas to the very wire. He lost numerous games by one possession, so he didn't do that bad of a coaching job. The issue is when you look at the future of what the Houston Texans have for the immediate future, for the immediate draft. They're going to be looking for their next franchise quarterback, as they got the number 2 seed, which actually winning today, they lost the number 1 draft pick. Excuse me, not seed. They lost the number 1 draft pick by defeating the Colts today. They dropped to 2, and because the Bears lost, the Bears are going to get the first pick in the draft, and Houston will get 2, which means they'll still come out with a Will Levis or a Bryce Young or pretty much whoever they want, because the Bears aren't going quarterback. So, with that being said, Lovie Smith has a tendency to be a defensive-minded coach. He went to the Super Bowl with Sexy Rexy. He was an injury away and getting stuck with Caleb Haney, who almost beat out Aaron Rodgers to go to another Super Bowl. But his quarterback development isn't exactly great. So if you're going to be looking for that next head coach to develop your future franchise quarterback, Lovie Smith probably isn't that guy. But Lovie Smith has been somebody who has not been given a really long leash, if you want to say. He got the Bears to the Super Bowl, almost got them to a second one, and then the team started to fade, and then he was just kind of pushed out of Chicago, and then due to the fact that he never really created a dynamic offense, and that was always his kind of struggle there. Then you had his time over in Illinois, in which he started to slowly get that program in Champaign back to somewhat relevancy. He made a bowl game. He showed that, yes, you can actually win at the University of Illinois. And the recent success that Brett Bielema has had has a lot to do with the foundation that Lovie Smith brought into Illinois, and showed that, yes, you can actually win with these guys. Here's a good defense Brett Bielema had left over, and he has taken it and ran it into a top 5, defense in the country, and damn near won the Big Ten West. So there's a lot of upside to Lovie Smith, and I hope Lovie Smith will get a coordinator job somewhere or another head coaching gig, maybe in the college ranks. Who knows? But you really got to feel bad that even though he had so much going against him over in Houston with the Deshaun Watson thing and the fact that the roster is kind of depleted and it really wasn't a good situation. He made the best of it. And so hopefully Lovie Smith goes on to better things. Or if this is the end of the line, hey, thanks for the memories and everything, Lovie. Um, you're still one of my favorite coaches. I remember those Bears years. That was absolutely awesome. What he did at Illinois, Tampa, not so much. Houston, as I said, he was just kind of a stopgap, kind of compromised uh, candidate, just to put in there and see what they can get. And now Lovie Smith is gone. And Nick Caserio, who's the GM, has pretty much come out and been given the order to pretty much blow the whole thing up and just completely start over. With next year, they got the number 2 pick, as I said, and then they have the number 12 overall that they're getting from Cleveland from the Deshaun Watson trade. So they're going to get their quarterback. They'll probably get a good edge rusher, if not a wide receiver. They need help on that offense in drastic ways. But they need help all over the place. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with that 12th pick, if they move up, trade down, whatever. But yeah, and then they got 10 other picks on top of that, so they have a lot of draft capital, and Lovie Smith isn't exactly the guy you want leading your future when it comes to developing a quarterback. But I'll tell you what I would want is my new quarterback going up against his defensive schemes and his defensive prowess, because it's fantastic. There's very few coaches anymore who really focus on the defensive side. So hopefully he can get a coordinator job somewhere. You just got to feel bad that he was in a pretty bad situation. The no-win situation was really given no time to figure it out. Okay, guys, so until next time, this is Ken Rader saying goodbye.